Okay, I welcome you all for the next topic. It is all about bootstrapping script. So what is all about a bootstrapping script? A bootstrapping script enables us to write and execute a startup script while launching an EC2 instance so that the script runs automatically as soon as the instance is launched. Assume you need to start an EC2 instance with an Apache web server installed by default, or you want to have application software already installed and ready to use, maybe like a Google Chrome. So this we can achieve it through bootstrapping script. To achieve this, there are two ways. One is create an EC2 instance, that is virtual machine. Log into that virtual machine, install a desired application or a web browser, or create a standalone HTML page. Yes, Pradha, please go ahead.
Yeah, is it like a Terraform?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So how are we going to achieve this? Through AWS. So AWS gives an option, a specific feature called user data. You can write your complete script. You can upload it. So what happens when you are creating that virtual machine? That particular script will be running automatically before even you get the control to log into that virtual machine. So that whatever the script that you have written, that is executed and it is made available. So one option is everything we are doing manually. First, we will create a virtual machine, log into that virtual machine, install that desired application software, configure it, do whatever is needed. That is option one. Option two, we are going to do uh, uh, we are going to write a script. We are going to do a complete automation. Correct. So we are not going to do everything step by step. We will have a script readily installed. Maybe you will have to create 50 virtual machines for your client for various purpose, but all these virtual machines should have standard virus scanner installed, standard uh, user profiles created, all those things that you need to do. So instead of manually doing everything, you will write a script, you will test that script. Once that script is approved, you will run the same script for each and every virtual machine so that you need not to go ahead and configure the minute details. So this way you can create an EC2 instance with customized configuration scripts that are predefined to perform a particular task. So here we are going to create two virtual machines for today's lab exercise. One will be a Linux-based virtual machine where we will be running a script. Another one will be a Windows-based virtual machine. Okay, so in Linux-based virtual machine, what we will do, we will create a web server. Okay, earlier in previous lab, what we used to do, we create a virtual machine, log into that virtual machine, download and install the Apache web server, create a HTML page, correct? All those things we used to do. This time we are not doing anything. We have the ready script available. So this script, we will just run it while creating the virtual machine. Let us explore that, how to do it. Okay, I will take you back to my AWS management console. So let me start over. In this lab exercise, I will be creating a Linux virtual machine with Bootstrap script embedded into it. So I will go with the North California region. You can choose any region of your choice. I'll be selecting the EC2 instance with the search to create a virtual machine. And click on launch instance. You can see there are no previous instances that are running. My dashboard is clean. I'm creating a new instance. I'll call it Linux boot script lab, maybe. Okay, that's the name I had given. Number of instances running will be 1. By default, I'm selecting Amazon Linux, the base operating system. And here you can see the instance type is a T2 micro. This is free tier eligible, so that I will not end up in paying any charges. I need to create a key pair, and I need to select PPK. I will provide the name. Linux VM key, create a key pair. I'm downloading this key pair onto my desktop. The key pair has been downloaded. I need to allow HTTP traffic because I'm creating a web server, right? I want to access this web server from external source, from internet. So on this server, I need to enable the inflow traffic from internet. For that, I need to enable this HTTP traffic. So you can observe here, this is 8 GB storage provided for Linux operating system, because Linux is very, very compact. The Linux kernel, there is no GUI embedded. So the hard disk storage requirement is very less, though up to 30 GB of storage is provided free. If you want, you can increase the storage. I don't need, so I will go with 8 GB. Next virtual machine, Windows virtual machine, while we create, you can just observe this will be 30 GB because where for Windows more storage is required. Further, we will select advanced details. And advanced details, I will not touch upon any of these things. You can see here, request spot instances, what we have discussed in the topic, correct? So here by selecting this, we can opt for a spot instance. We are not doing that. Where spot instances, as we were discussing, it is up to 90% discount is available. For this lab exercise, we are not exploring those things. I will uncheck this. I'll move all the way down. At the bottom, we have user data, correct? So it is a user data where we need to copy this code. Let me share this code as well in the chat. Also, it will be provided in the description, along with a lab exercise guide will be provided. You will see the same script there also. Okay, so this script, I will copy it here in the user data. So what does it do? The moment Linux virtual machine is hosted, it is created, it will run this sudo command because it is not a root user. So sudo is for to run as administrator in Windows. The same thing in Linux. So this will install HTTPD software. This is the Apache web server. Okay, in short for HTTPD. So this software will be installed. It will be downloaded and installed. And the service is started. The HTTPD service is started. This is the command echo. This is our web page. Okay, in the web page, it says, welcome to my Linux Bootstrap script lab. In the second line, it says, this web page has been created without logging into the server. Okay, so these two lines you will see in your web server. So I will click on launch instance. So we'll click on view all instances. Either you can click on view all instances, or you can go on here and click on that specific instance. Both will take you to the same place. So the Linux virtual machine is getting created. We can see the status check is still 0. It should be 2 of 2. And this instance state is still pending. Okay. Already the public IP address has been provided, as well as the private IP address is allocated. Okay. Let us wait for this virtual machine to come online. Now you can see the instance state is running. Status check is initializing. What exactly is happening? At this stage, the virtual machine has been selected in availability zone US 1A. Where is the region? In North California region. It has been already getting created. The hardware part is already ready. Okay, it is installing the operating system. It is just like you have inserted your CD, DVD, or the pen drive to install the operating system. So the first phase of installation is over. operating system is getting rebooted, we often see, right? Please do not turn off the computer. Some minute settings are getting updated. So it is that stage now. So it is still getting created. Maybe in the next 1 to 2 minutes, this virtual machine should be up and running. Very nice. So now we can see 2/2 check is passed. I have selected this virtual machine, and where is our public IP address? This is the public IP address. Remember, any web server you take, it will have a public IP address. The public IP address is facing the internet, and the public DNS name. This public DNS name is like www.google.com, msn.com, hotmail.com, microsoft.com, like that. And this public DNS will have an IP address allocated. This is like your phone number, and this is like the phone number's contact name that is stored in your phone. Either you can select the phone contact number, you can search and dial through the contact name, or straight away you can enter the phone number and dial the number, correct? That person's number the same way. So I will select this public IP address, open another tab to access this web page. You can see that. So this web page has been created without logging into the server. There is one mistake in the script. That's why the previous line got overwritten. Okay. Here, if you put this greater than symbol twice, so what happens? The previous line will not be overwritten. Okay. While you're performing the lab, please add this one extra arrow mark so that there will be 2 lines you will see in your web page. You will see welcome to Linux Bootstrap script lab. The second line, it says this web page has been created without logging into the server. Okay, so this is what you will see. So we were able to successfully execute, perform this lab exercise in Linux environment. The same thing let us perform in Windows. Okay, may not be downloading and installing web browser. We will install, download and install a application software itself, maybe a web browser, Google Chrome or something like that. Okay, so we'll perform that lab exercise. Let me start over once again. Let this Linux virtual machine be running. Anyway, we do not need it. I will delete it later. So once again, I'm at my AWS management console. I can either choose to search for EC2 instance, handpick that service, or I can click on services, navigate to compute, and the compute we have EC2, the service. So this 2-way you can select the services that you want to launch. So now the EC2 dashboard has got some information to display. One instance is already running. Number one, volumes, that is a storage, 30 GB hard, 8 GB hard disk storage. Remember, for Linux virtual machine, that is there. Key pair, one key pair has been created, one security group has been created. So this time we are creating a Windows-based virtual machine that will have the Bootstrap. So I will provide my web server, my virtual machine name as Windows maybe lab, whatever is the name that you want, you can provide. I will select this time Windows operating system. And once again, the standard instance type T2 micro, that is more than enough. I need to create a key pair. This time for Windows, it will be PEM key. I will give the name as Windows key. I'll download this key onto my desktop for easy access. I do not need to select any of these additional security groups because this virtual machine will have an application software that will be installed through the script. And allow RDP traffic is mandatory. Without this, you can't even log into this virtual machine. Now you can see last time it was 8 GB storage for Linux-based virtual machine, and that too for Amazon Linux distribution. If you select Red Hat Ubuntu, the storage space will increase because the kernel space will be much huge. That may be 12 or 10 or 12 GB storage once again. I will go with 30 GB. Once again, go for additional details. I'll scroll down all the way. User data is the place where I will provide the script. Script, I have it handy. I have it readily available. Okay, this is the script which I had created. I will share this script in the chat. Also, I will provide this script in the description below, along with the complete lab exercise. So you can use the lab exercise, perform this lab. So let me come back to AWS Management Console. I will copy this script.
Yeah, one doubt.
Yes, please.
Can we use the same script in Azure also?
Yes, 100%. Because this is a PowerShell script.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this PowerShell script will of course work in any Windows environment. If you are using a Google GCP Google Cloud platform, if you are trying to create a user data there for a Windows operating system virtual machine, of course this script will work. You cannot use this script for Linux virtual machine because PowerShell there it will not work.
Yeah,
correct. So we need to use the Linux script. Good, that was a good question. Thank you. All right, let me launch the instance. You might have noticed in the previous lab exercises, once we create the virtual machine, when we log into that virtual machine, it's a bare operating system. No application softwares are available, correct? So this time, let us see what happens. So here is my Windows virtual machine that is getting hosted. I'll do refresh a couple of times. It is still getting initialized. Here, it may take a little bit longer time than Linux instance to create, because first thing is Windows operating system should be up and running. Then it should download Google Chrome from the Google official website. I have provided all the link in the script. After once the software is downloaded, then it has to install that application, correct? So this may take a little bit longer time as compared to the previous lab exercise. Let us wait. Okay, that's good. So the Windows virtual machine is up and running. We have the public IP address. I will choose the shortest method to connect to this virtual machine. Click on connect. RDP client is the one through which we'll be connecting. Let me download the remote desktop shortcut file to log into this virtual machine. This is the RDP file. I'll download it onto my desktop. I need a password, right, to log into this virtual machine. Where is the password? The password is hidden in that PEM file. So let us extract that password. So this is the key that I have downloaded for Windows VM. Let's decrypt. I got the password. This is the password. Default username will be administrator. So how to connect? We have downloaded the RDP file. Let's open the RDP file. Default username is administrator. The password, I will paste it here. I already copied.
Yeah, sir. Without that R, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, without that RDP file, we can directly connect to MSTSC using.
Yes, 100%.
And I think we need to change some properties, right?
No, nothing. I will show you that also, how to connect. Let me complete this. I will show you how to connect through MSTSC. We can also connect through SSH. If it is a Linux-based virtual machine, if you have, from there you can connect to this Windows virtual machine through SSH. So now we can see the virtual machine is up and running. I'm taking RDP remote desktop connection.
Yeah, can you share that screen also?
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So now I'm able to log into this virtual machine successfully. You can see Google Chrome is already installed. Okay, so through the startup script, it is already installed. So this is just an example, bare example. So anything that you want to automate, anything that you want to install through startup scripts, yes, of course, you can achieve that. So as one of the gentlemen was asking how to log in through RDP, yes, I will just minimize this. Okay, I will minimize that virtual machine. I will log in through RDP. I will use the mstsc command. Let me start sharing the screen again. I hope you all can see the screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. So here I need to provide the public IP address of the virtual machine that I need to connect. Okay, so here is my virtual machine, Windows virtual machine. Either I can choose to select the public IP address, which is 18.144.22.239, or I can select public IPv4 DNS name. I can select either of them. Still, I'll be able to connect. And I'll be providing the public IPv4 address. Click on connect. The default username is, I need to change. The default username will be administrator. And the password, I'm sorry, I need to capture that password again. If I could have captured that password earlier, there was no need of this step. Once again, it will give me the same password. Okay.
So we can save these passwords in Azure Query Vaults. I mean, maybe in.
Yes, of course.
Maybe.
Of course. Not
So,
only that, you can change the password as well. I will show you that step also. That may help you.
okay. So in Amazon, what is the keywords? Same?
Same thing.
Okay.
Everything is same. Everything is standardized between all the service providers. Only thing is they may call it in a different name. That's it. naming convention may be different. That's it. So you can see the virtual machine is up and running. This time, and I connected through MSTSC. Also, the Google Chrome is already installed. The previous connection got disconnected because only one person with that one credential can log in at a time. Correct? So how to change the password? So go to Windows Administrative Tools, go to Computer Management. Remember, you already logged in as an administrator, so you have total control on this virtual machine. You can do anything and everything. So expand the tab, local users and groups, click on the users. You have the administrator. Select the administrator, right click the mouse button, set password. Change the password. Okay. So earlier that alphanumeric character, the lengthy password, what is there? I cannot remember. I'll give my own password. So I created a new password. The password has been set. So next time I need to use this new password to log in. And I want to create maybe one more new user. Can I do it? Of course you can do it. Click on new user. Type the name. If you want, you can give the description. Password, provide the password. Okay, create the username. Oh, 1 minute. Okay, the username has been created. You can see the new username. Right now, this user is a normal user. He is not an administrator. So how to make him an administrator? Come to groups, you have administrator. Add this user, the new username that you created. That's it. So now this user becomes an administrator on this server. So let's minimize this and try to log into this virtual machine once again. Let me stop sharing the screen and share the MSTSC command so that you'll be able to see what is happening. Okay, it is the same public IP address. Let me have the password handy. I'm logging in.
Yeah, in advanced settings, we can change the user.
Yes. No, it is logging into the same server. Maybe the previous one is
Yeah,
got
username, I
disconnected.
think we can change.
Yes. Let me check for the IP address once. Yes, it is the same thing, 18.144.22.239. Okay. The password this time will be the password what I changed. I will log in with a new username what I provided. I'm not logging in as an administrator. Maybe first time login password has to be changed. That option was enabled. That's why it is not allowing me to log in. So let me log in with administrator. So this time I'm logging in with the new password. So what we are saying, saving the password in the key vault. If you have changed the password, yes, of course, this also you can update it in the key vault. Correct? So likewise, we can create the Bootstrap scripts and provide the automation, whatever that is needed. Okay. So this brings us to the end of a topic, Bootstrap or startup scripting topic. Let's try to explore another interesting topic. Okay, all good.